Hi guys, welcome back. Today I will be doing 1 day of Mermay. Yes, Mermay should be a month, but we're gonna do just 1 day. I mean, I probably maybe might do more later, but I want to do at least one mermaid drawing for this month. I think last year I was really hoping that, the following year, this year, I would be drawing a mermaid every day. But May just came so fast. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I was still finishing up school, and it just hit like a truck. I do not enjoy online schooling, and I'm very glad that I'm on break right now. And I really want to get back in the fall. That's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. So I get to look forward to that. But on the plus side, I am trying to do more art now because I definitely have more time. Not enough to do a full-blown mermaid drawing every day, but at least we were able to do one. Not to mention that, Animal Crossing is also out right now, so that's been taking over basically every moment of my life because it's such a beautiful game. But it's okay. It was a good time to come out because it brings me so much joy. So as you might be able to tell, this piece takes place in Santorini, Greece, and the reason for that is because lately I've just been thinking about how about a year ago we were actually getting ready to go to Greece, and it sucks how much things have changed right now. So I'm trying to think back of that moment and how lucky we chose last year to go, because I was just so excited for that trip because that was the first trip of ours where we rode an airplane somewhere, so that was just new and exciting, and I love traveling, so I really wanted to get out past America and explore other places. And then it was also super exciting because I'm actually Greek, so we have a bunch of family out there that I met for the first time. So I'm hoping that, eventually we'll be able to go back. Now, obviously looking at this piece, some artistic liberations had to be put into effect because obviously I wanted the iconic buildings to show up. But if you look at actual images of Santorini, such as this one I took, it is very, very high up on cliffs above you. So there is no way if a mermaid was sitting at the bottom of the cliff, you would just see cliffs. You would not see any buildings. But it's fine, because that's what makes art is the ability to draw whatever you want. So that's what I did for this piece. And hopefully one day I will be able to return to this place because honestly Santorini was one of my favorite parts of our visit, and it wasn't just because of this town, Ia, that you're seeing in my photo. This is really, one of the most iconic places that you'll see in all the images, but the island of Santorini has just so much more than this. Personally, my favorite was there's a whole beach on the island that's all black sand, which is really cool to see because I've never seen anything like that here. But second, it was really relaxing. There weren't too many people. The beaches were all lined with restaurants, which all have their own beach chairs on the beach so that you get some food and then you can go sit down. And it was super nice. And if you're staying at any little, apartment type places that are in that area, you're going to be super close. You can just walk down to the beach. And that's one of my favorite types of things on vacation, is when you just have easy access going anywhere. So I definitely would want to return there, and I would still like to see Ia again, but I think I would prefer to go maybe in the morning so that you can see everything, because we went in the evening because supposedly it's supposed to have one of the best sunsets ever. So it was crazy busy, and honestly, I don't know, the sunset wasn't anything much different than we've seen elsewhere. But I mean, I guess it was still a good opportunity, but I think it would still be just as beautiful to see it during the daytime. Also, before we got there for the sunset, also kind of an interesting story. So the sunset was part of the nighttime part of this excursion we were doing. During the daytime, we were supposed to visit the volcanoes and the hot springs that are also at the island, because that's how the island formed. It formed from a volcano. So we were doing this tour to see one of the active volcanoes, but we were not aware that you had to do a 2-mile hike on this volcano to actually see everything that was around. So that was kind of crazy. I mean, it was interesting though, because I've never seen volcanoes. It was definitely a different type of volcano than I feel what you would imagine here in America. Because here, I feel we kind of think a lot of the Hawaii volcanoes, which a lot of them you can actually see lava flowing and stuff. This one wasn't like it at all. It was basically a giant hill, and then you could see steam rising up from some parts, but it was nothing to that scale. And then the hot springs, I am very, very scared of deep water, so I did not jump in because they were like in a deep part of the ocean. So but it was interesting to see those too because the water gets like all red and stuff around the hot spring. So it was still really interesting, but it was just kind of funny how that turned out. And then on top of that, we were really scared about how we were going to get up to Ia, the city, in the first place, because I was reading reviews online and people were talking about how the buses didn't actually take you up there. You basically had two options, that if you didn't have a bus way up to the city, the only options were to walk up all those steps up that cliff, or two, take a poor donkey all the way up. And like, I didn't want to do that because I felt so bad for those poor donkeys. But I also did not think we were going to manage walking all the way up those cliffs, because like we had just taken this 2-mile hike up a freaking volcano. And then I don't even know how they have stairs going up there because it truly is so steep. But luckily recently they had added in, like, the bus was actually going to take you up there. So that was good, because that was very concerning. But overall it was really nice. And then once we got up there, it was super busy. And like, a lot of the places are super expensive. So we didn't, eat, or we weren't staying in the actual city part. But we did get like a little snack. There was this really nice ice cream place. And it was cool because all the ice cream places in Greece, like, they actually carry real food. And unlike here, you would not get something other than ice cream at an ice cream place, even if they offered it, because likely it's not going to be very good. But in there, it was extremely good. So that was really nice. And there were also a lot of good doggos walking around there. Like, it was so funny. All these dogs, you could tell, were people's pets because they had collars on and they were well cared for. But obviously there, they just let them roam around. So all the dogs are going up to people, for pets and for food. So that was really cute. Overall, it was a really nice trip. And I really hope we can go back because I want to, see my family again. I want to go back to these places. But there's also so many other places to explore. I always thought that if one day we were able to finally go to Greece, that like I would want to visit other European countries there because, they're so close together. But you truly can't do all that in one trip because just one country already has so much stuff to do. So I really, really one day want to go back. But at least I have the memories from this trip. It was a very good time, and I'm very fortunate that we were able to go.